Hi, I'm Nick Masters, the Product Manager of the Business Process Management Solution 2020 Manager. Thank you for taking time out of your busy event schedule to learn a little bit more about how 2020 can help you grow your business. 2020 Manager, recently released in fall of 2021, is one of our newest products that we've been excited to bring to market. Today, we're going to be covering quite a bit about what Manager is and the updates, as well as demoing some of that experience and then getting into some next steps and things that are coming down the road. So with that said, let's jump in. So there's a ton of great functionality we can look at today, but really the strength that Manager has that you won't find anywhere else is it's the one tool built with the designer in mind. Now, Design Live is a tremendous tool to create designs, but really it's design focused. That's where Manager comes in. No longer will you have to manually enter in all of the data from the design, calculate pricing, and put it into a PDF. No, it's all streamlined. That goes into a template fit to your business and is sent out with a couple of clicks. So Manager takes Design Live and makes it better by incorporating these powerful business tools to manage your projects. So these tools are meant to help you stay organized. One great way Manager accomplishes this is that it's cloud-based and it uses the same login credentials as your Design Live account. So you can be ensured that the entire team can stay connected wherever they are, that they would have access to the one central hub for all of their data and to manage all of their projects in one place. All of this is meant to help you create transparency across the business. No matter how big or small your company is, Manager can help you track and reach your goals, to standardize your process and even see how profitable your projects have been. This is the part of the presentation where I like to stop talking and start showing. So there's a lot of awesome functionality and I think it's a great opportunity for us to take a look. Here before you, I present 2020 Manager. So kind of a blank slate at first glance, being that it's a new account. But as you land on your new experience, you're presented with a list of all the projects that are going on across the business at any time. And you can very quickly start by adding your first project, which in turn launches the redesigned workflow experience. This is something we've heard a lot of feedback on our earliest launch of this product, but really it's connecting all of the different tasks involved to take a customer from a contact, get a little bit of a scope on their project, import a design, quote that design, turn that quote into a one contract, and that contract to go ahead and get paid on it. So you have a number of controls that are in the context of this project you're working on. And as you go through the process, we have what we call the global project area, which incorporates all of the different attachments and calendar events and history related to this project. So as you build that context, it ties all of the relevant information together in one place. So again, your team that's spread out can access and manage their project throughout the process. The first activity for us to undertake is to go ahead and fill out the contact this project is for. So I'm going to go ahead and I can start by searching the database. Well, if there's no contact there that exists, I'll go ahead and create a new one. You can go ahead and fill out all of their necessary contact details and save that contact. I'll go ahead and I'm going to proceed to our next step of the process here, which is our project briefing. So really, this is that survey functionality, the scoping part of your process where you can gather information about their preferences, any particular details on the project, and attach it to the project itself. Bear in mind, these things are configurable and able to be fit to your business. But out of the box, we think we have a great tool that is fit to most types of builders' needs. So we'll go ahead and advance on to the design phase. At this part, we can attach a individual item to the project, or if we have a built-out design, for which I have 3 for this particular customer. I'm working on a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom actually. But I can import one or multiple projects. You'll see a little bit of context about the space itself, the catalog that's being used, the products in the design, and even the pricing. So I can check and uncheck if I, say, perhaps don't want to include a particular design on the quote and they decide not to move forward. But I can very easily have a lot of great details, even a nice image that can attach to the project itself. So once we're set on our designs, I'm going to go ahead and advance to the quote phase of our process here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to generate a new quote based on those designs that were selected in the previous step. Now there are 2 things to do, which is first to set up a way to pay for this actual project. So at this point, when you're quoting it out, you typically understand whether you're going to offer payments or not in terms of how they're going to make that lump sum installment. So I can very easily set installments up, take a down payment, and generate invoices based around these installments. From there, I pull in all of my pricing information, for which I can then mark up, add a actual discount down to what gets presented to the customer to end up with a final price. Now it's important to know you can control these and what gets shown to the customer in the quote, but you can also set up automated pricing operations, say for a particular supplier or catalog, or even a monthly special. So you have a lot of flexibility to build and customize this to your individual needs. And once I generate that with one click, it's going to pull in all of the context of the design and the pricing and the items itself into this quote. So I get a nice clean quote form that's going to pull in all of that data that if I need to, I can click edit and I can make any updates manually in line and choose what actually ends up getting presented to the customer. But again, this is all templatized. You can pull in your own logo and all of your customers' contact details, all the pricing, without having to key all of this in. And that's really something that no other CRM, no other business process management tool is going to be able to match. So I can go ahead and print or proceed here, for which I can go ahead and represent that quote here and a status for it. Now the status is informational for my own purposes. I can go ahead and mark it approved once I've went ahead and won the deal, and all of my quotes that are generated are going to store in my global project in my attachments area. But let's go ahead and proceed. So once I've won that quote, I can go ahead and take all of that information and similarly put it right into a contract template. So it's going to pull in all of the information about your project along with very much a stock template that is built to the individual one contract, but can also be customized for your business. So now that I have that one contract, I can go ahead and once it's signed, I can represent that, and I can also store any of those signed contracts in the global project area. Fantastic. Where does this leave us? Well, we had a customer come in that we were able to scope their project, design it, and very quickly get a quote out. Well, they like our work, they want to go forward. Well, we've sent a contract out and they've signed it. We have all that information stored. Everything's up to this point ready to begin work. It just remains one last thing. Oh yeah, we need to get paid. And that's a very exciting next step in the process. And I encourage everyone here that's listening to go ahead and stick around for the next session. Our partner, Matthew Danjo, our Director of Payments, is in charge of the next segment here, what I will show you is kind of how we complete the process in Manager, but it's really an exciting feature that manually I can go ahead and I can record how people are paying for different projects and making payments on this project that we've completed. But it's one thing to manually record, oh hey, they paid some cash, and I can show that. But there's an optional feature that can be turned on and off. It's getting ready to be released, and Matt will be talking about that again here shortly. But essentially at this point, hey, we have all of our project, everything's connected all the way back to our design. Well, we can connect that actual payment back to the entire work that we've set out to complete. So with one click, if I've activated the feature, again, it's a free feature to activate. There are associated fees with processing payments. I'd like to think that we are very competitive with any other payment processor out there in terms of processing cards and ACH and other means of fund transacting. But I would say just the convenience and overall means of being built into where you're doing your business, all things considered equal, it's a much better experience. You have what you've set out to complete, your projects you've built, and now the payments that are made are stored back to the individual record itself. So I can very quickly share any of those payments that were generated and send an invoice by email. I can create a virtual web page or even scan a QR code, and it'll allow that payment request to pop up, the customer to pay it quickly, shows up in your Manager account, and follows the normal banking process in terms of funds exchanging hands. Now, we use the third-party integration partner called Stripe, who is very strong in the industry, and we like to think having this all connected creates tremendous value, not just to winning deals, making it easy for you and your customer, but come tax time, having all of your information tied back to funds that were collected, taxes that were collected, where the projects were, what the items were. It's a really a great way to say, hey, we've gotten to the contract phase. Let's get paid on it and make it really simple for our customers to not have to set up multiple different vendors, multiple different providers. It's simply, you can log into your 2020 Manager account using your existing cloud account and have all of this connected, all of this from the business side, in a way that it's just efficient and streamlined, and we hope you like it. So with that said, where does this leave us? Well, it's very easy to get set up, and it's included with your Design Live subscription as shown today. So I encourage everyone here to go to manager.2020spaces.com to set up your account that's included with your Design Live subscription. Now, the stages and the workflow as shown is ready to go out of the box. It is always included, so any time spent building out your projects, building out this workflow, all of that will never be lost regardless of if you pay for an account or not. Now, there is a paid version that has additional customizations outside of the out-of-the-box experience and has a limited number of projects, which is very easy to upgrade. I encourage anyone to take advantage of either of these. I think they're great pieces of functionality. Now, 2020 Pay, as shown, is an optional feature for whichever account you set up. So whether free or you want to customize, it's a great feature you can take advantage of to not just represent payments, but to send those payments and get paid in live time and have it all tied together. So it's a great piece of functionality I think everyone can and will take advantage of. Now, that is set to come out in the next few weeks, that step. So I would encourage everyone to stick around after this presentation, because our Director of Payments, Matthew Danjo, will be presenting in more depth the pay functionality. But again, it's optional. I think it makes everything a little bit better and easier because the direction we're going is 2020 Manager can be the glue between all of these great design applications to really make it so you don't need to manage multiple different individual pieces that are very limited and require multiple tools. You can go to one place, and with one login, you can manage and grow with your entire experience. So be sure to take advantage of this great product offering and get your team up and running today very quickly. There's no risk and no obligation. It just becomes a great place that you can continue to grow your business. Visit the website shown on the page, or feel free to stop by the booth and have one of our team members walk you through the activation.